Whoa! Wah wah wee wah. It's me, the VTuber. Subscribe to earn drops? What's that? Hold up. Get rewards by purchasing or... Whoa! Oh, that worked. That did update it. Awesome. 3 minutes of ads right off the bat, just to get that shit out of the way. Hello, everybody from Twitch and also YouTube, maybe? Question mark? I'm just gonna switch my account, make sure that YouTube is running. I didn't set this shit up, because why would I do that? Why, you know, why would I do that? Why would I take the time to make sure that YouTube is running? Because no one watches me there. No, I'm joking. Give me the live chat now. Put me in the video. It's gonna play back. Stop that. No one wants to hear. I don't want to hear the feedback. We're getting that live chat going, gamers. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing fantastic. And I hope you are too. I've been lazy. I've been bad. I've been a bad streamer, guys. I know I should be streaming. And you know what I've been doing instead of streaming? I've been watching other streams. I've been slacking because other people have been playing games that I want to watch, you know? And that's... that's the hardest part about being a VTuber. You know, or I guess a streamer in general, is I'm a fan of all these other wonderful people and, like, content creators. So when they're doing subathons, guess what I want to be doing? Because it's watching their subathons. So the past 3 days, what is it? It's Thursday now? I'd be going to work, coming to work, having all these fun ideas in my head to do for stream, coming home, flopping in bed, watching fucking the Penta subathon instead of actually. And he's also got a Monopoly tournament going on. It's been really entertaining, and I'm like, God damn it. I should be streaming. But no. My bed is very cozy, and other people are streaming, and I'm feeling a little lazy, so I haven't. But here we are. I finally crawled out of my little hole. Just for you guys. Hi! Do I not have it? Oh. Thank you for the gifted subs. Oh, speaking of subs. Why can't I hear that? You guys should be able to hear the noises coming from that. There it is. Oh, I couldn't hear because I had my headset off. Or not off, but turned down. Speaking of subs, you've got 2 more emotes for any tier 1 subs. That's right. That's right. Get your gubs here. You're welcome. Thank you. I need to set up music to play whenever you gift subs. But we have two new emotes. I don't know when I unlocked the emote slots for them, but we now have. Did they not? Are they not showing up? Did I forget to hit save? Hold on. You should have 2 more emotes. Let's go to viewer rewards, emotes. Yeah. You should have yawn and angry. Hello. How are you doing this fine night? I tip my hat because I'm autistic. Hell yeah! Welcome to the party. We're doing great. I believe we have more emotes. Yeah, we got Luca angry and then Luca yawn. Okay, they are in. Anyway, welcome to the party. One of my other regulars is also autistic. We love that shit. Hype train succeeded. Let's go. I'm doing great. We just hit a fucking hype train. Thank you, Kyo. And I slotted in new emotes today. I don't know when I unlocked those, but I got them somewhere along the lines. Stay tuned though. Soon we'll be listening to, or not listening to, I'll be reading some creepypasta. I'm trying to, get a little better at my, uh-oh. Tracking? Tracking? Hello? Uh-oh, gamers. Something happened. Is it my phone that's doing it? There we go. Awesome. The tracking died for no reason. Look forward. Sorry, we're having technical difficulties because it's not a Luca Lightning opening without things catching on fire. Okay. There, looking forward. First time passing through here because I'm a curious hog. Well, hell yeah, I would love to have you here. It's Friday night. I guess technically it's Friday morning, not Friday night. I forgot. I thought it was almost Saturday. But yeah, I've been trying to be more on top of writing down the things that come across my brain to yap about before I start gaming. Hold on, why is my head sideways? Looking forward. Calibrated. There we go. Oh yeah, we're good. There we go. Okay. Wait, now I'm I need to recalibrate. There we go. Oh, we love ghost stories up in here. I am haunted as hell. I've seen and experienced plenty my fair share of ghosts in my time. Today I did grab some creepypasta off of Reddit from yesterday cuz I like listening to creepypasta, and I figured that would be something fun to do for October, because we're starting off Spooktober. So, yeah, woo! Spooktober, let's go! So I figured why not, start off every stream with, some fun little creepypasta readings and whatnot. Especially because at the end of, my workday, I kind of have, like, a lot of time. I have a lot of time to just sit there and do fuck all and get paid to sit around right now because we're kind of slow. Sorry. Apparently I got the frog ponder emote. Thank you, Twitch Hype Train. I appreciate that. But yeah, I've been, sorry, I'm getting derailed. Trying to get on top of, if I think of things, I made a channel, or I made, like, a place to write down the things that I think, so that I can come back to them later. There's also, oh my god, there's a game coming out, soon by the people who made Peak, Aggro Crab. They've got fucking Crash Out Crew. It's a 4-player forklifting simulator. I'm so excited. They turned my job into a video game. Kyo, I'm forcing you to play this with me. I'm very excited to do that. Hold on, should I get some like light background music playing? I feel a little nothing wrong with that. Awesome. Puts gun down. Did you know that Abandoned by Disney had several sequels? What's Abandoned by Disney? Hold on. We're going to... I'm going to Google. I want to know what Abandoned by Disney is. now. Oh, it's a creepypasta. Okay, okay. Oh, they just have the whole thing on the wiki? Oh, it's an old one. Oh, I love old creepypastas. Oh yeah, Abandoned by Disney by Slime Beast, and they also have Room Zero Corruptus. All right. I'm gonna read. Let's see how. That's not too. That shouldn't be too terribly long. Oh, it's not that long. Oh, it does have sequels. Okay, yeah. I'll put that. I'm gonna read the one that I found on Reddit, and then I will read that afterwards. Should I see if I can find any like free to use spooky music? There's got to be some that I could like turn on really quick, right? Let me go to Dova Syndrome. For sure. All right. Welcome to the show where I don't set these things up and we just kind of slap shit together as we go. Spooky. This song is titled Spooky Pooky. Not quite what I'm looking for. Spooky Church. Oh, I think this might be it. Yeah. I feel like I should be standing at an altar, preparing a dark ritual as my followers sit in the pews and chant unholy vows. Yeah, we're gonna use this one. Gotta make the background a scary video. Oh, yeah. Let me see if I can find one that's easily accessible. Booth, hello? Halloween background. Oh! I remember. There was the back rooms overlay and shit. I'll put myself in the back rooms, yeah. And I think I sent that to Liz and Joe. Although it technically probably wouldn't match the ambience of the church. Ooh. Where is this? VGen. What else do you have? Retro horror game. Ooh, this one might do. That's not a background, though. Maybe not that one either. Well, I'm losing the plot. Okay, I will. Spooky Hospital. I think for this time, just to keep flow of things, because I'm about to get stuck in shopping indecision hell. I'll stay in my apartment and we'll keep the spooky piano playing, and then by next time I will have a scary place to be. Just to oh wait, actually hold on, can I where's my streaming stuff? Stream overlays, apartment overlay. Okay. I know how to fix this. I know how to make this at least a little, slightly more atmospheric. Hello, Todoroki! Welcome to the party! Apartment. Rain desktop. Apartment chat. Rain apartment. Okay. So, hide you. I got this. Media source. Night apartment. File. This is desktop. We're almost there. This will be worth it. I clicked on backgrounds instead of stream overlays. Apartment overlay. No, not dusk. We went night. There we go. Right where no one... right on top of everything so that no one can see me. Alright, there we... Oh. Apartment? Wait. I had to make it loop. Shit. I'm such a pro. Okay. There we go. Oh, they're shooting stars. Make a wish. Alright, this is good enough. It'll do. We got a full moon and everything. Oh! I did get teleported into the void. I've crawled out though. I crawled out and I took you out of the rainy apartment and I've made it night. I've made it nighttime because I'm a storm dragon and I can do that, you know? I'm adding that to my my VTuber powers. I can make it stop raining. That's canon, that's lore. Alright, what other shit did I have? I have written down to yap about. I also have some Nukes Top 5. I don't want to watch that tonight, because it is a whole ass half hour. But I might do that later, on a different stream. I just have out of context written down to talk about is the Rapture. My one friend's mom says that the Rapture's back on because I guess we all missed it last week. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see nothing. Exactly. You didn't see shit. That said, it is time. Is the piano and organ and whatnot too loud, or is this good? I was the one who told you about the Rapture. Oh yeah, sorry, Kyo. Well, okay, Kyo, you told me about the Rapture when it originally happened, but then it got canceled. But now it's back on, remember? Oh, no? Am I misremembering? Did you tell me that it was back on too? You didn't know about the original one? Oh shit, never mind. I'm misremembering. I'm a bastard, my bad. Oh! Okay. Now I remember. Just trying to keep your I appreciate it. Listen, in my olden age of ancient, my memory ain't so good, sonny. But is the organs and whatnot, is the volume okay? I'm looking at the mixer and it sounds like it's fine. I might try and turn it down ever so slightly. Volume good? Okay. If volume good, then we are good. Maybe a touch lower, okay. There we go. That sounds good. I think it's good. Or is that too low? YouTube's little tiny ass volume selector makes life very difficult. Anyway, I am gonna be reading, so it's not terribly important. Higher now, it's barely audible. Fuck! Fuck, dude! There we go. I think I split the difference. Alright. Now on to the main event. And then after this one, I want to read the Abandoned by Disney. Because it looks... I skimmed it very, very quickly, and I'm into that. Since it's actually, yes, Todoroki, we yeah, YouTube is always streaming. Yeah, they're just they're just a pain in the ass sometimes. But yes, we will be reading creepypastas today, and I try to think if something. I feel like something supernatural happened recently, and I just can't remember. Man. I'm drawing a blank. I don't think anything supernatural has happened. I feel like something happened. I just cannot remember, unfortunately. But tis the season for spooky things to happen, so I will keep you posted because things are bound to start happening in October. Alright. So the title of this creepypasta is, My Girlfriend... I will say Halloween, I like it, but at the same time I don't. Yeah. Having had a strange nightmare about me having to do a history test or the earth would explode, I didn't get an A+ on it. That's awful. I do, like, weirdly enough, I keep having, like, school dreams. Even though I've been out of school for a very long time. But all of my dreams that I have that involve school is, like, I'll be there, and I'll be, like, I had a dream I was back in, high school. And I was in a Japanese class. And I'm sitting in the back of the classroom, and I'm like, I'm way too fucking old for this. I am surrounded by annoying-ass teenagers. I am very much an adult. I'm just here to learn Japanese, and I was just, like, doing everything in my power to just not have to fucking interact with people. I was like, please, go away. People were like, some kid would, like, try and start a conversation, and I would just be like, please stop talking to me. I do not want to be here. I do not want to be back in high school, but I had to take this Japanese class, or I'm gonna fail. Oh, that's the other ones. It's like, I'll have dreams where I'm like, it'll be like the last month of class, and I'm taking my final class, like my finals, and I'll just be sitting there, and I'm like, I'm gonna fail. I've missed the entire semester. I have not studied for anything. I never dream. Aw, man. That's a shit. Dreams are fun. I know, also, if... I don't know if it'll work if you just don't have dreams, but I know that if you eat saltine, like a bunch of saltines, or chocolate before bed, that almost guarantees that you'll have dreams. So I don't know if that'll work for you, but, yeah. Dreamless sleep sounds... It does sound like... That's one of the banned wizard spells of 2025. They banned Dreamless Sleep. It's right next to Dorito Fingers. All I see is darkness. Well, hey, maybe if you eat saltines or chocolate before bed, you'll have dreams. It works on me. Anyway, I will do my best to read as best as I can. I am slightly dyslexic, so bear with me. This creepypasta is titled, "My girlfriend and I get tortured for a living. Something went seriously wrong during her last session, and now she's different." Let me see if I can't zoom in a little bit. I always had a bit of passion for odd jobs. When I was a teenager, I discovered Craigslist, and everything just kind of snowballed from there. You wouldn't believe the kinds of things you can find on the internet, the kind of jobs you can secure without having to do any paperwork. Most of the time, the people hiring either didn't want to be traceable by the government, or they're just far too desperate at that point to add any additional hoops to jump through. That was how I met Chelsea. It was a really funny story, perfect for telling at parties. It would be perfect for the wedding too, and for telling our kids. It would have been, at least. We met because we had both been hired to come to this birthday party. A kid turning 11. Neither of us fully knew what the job entailed when we agreed, which might have been a sign that we shouldn't have, but we were both informed we'd be paid handsomely, and that was all that either of us needed to hear. When we got there, Frank, a middle-aged guy with salt and pepper beard who smelled strongly of patchouli and marinara sauce, informed us we were to get into a huge screaming match around the middle of the party. We were playing a couple from a few houses down who were really on the fritz, I guess. We weren't told why, just what to do. I'm still not sure why he wanted us to do that. I was hesitant. I wasn't much of an actor, but Chelsea, she just threw herself into the role wholeheartedly. A couple of hours later, we were sitting on the curb a block away, and she was holding a bag of frozen carrots against my swollen cheekbone, and I was nursing a blunt, wincing at how my chocolate milk-soaked clothes stuck to my skin. We compared stories of our strange jobs and our craziest experiences, the worst things we'd ever done to make a couple bucks. We both agreed that anything below a felony was fair game, but we gravitated towards weird yet legal and harmless tasks. She had a passion for it all that I'd never seen in anyone I'd met before. She was really doing it for the experience, not the money. She was a thrill seeker. I fell in love with her quickly, like getting hit over the head with a blunt object. It was aggressive and immediate. A couple months later, we got a place together, and the rest was history. We fell into a nice domestic routine. She made me coffee in the morning and kissed my forehead when I walked into the kitchen. We took turns cooking dinner and doing the dishes. We watched hours of reality television slop on our sofa that was just big enough for us two. We talked about the future. We talked about a dog and 2 kids and a yard. It all just fell into place. Her friends liked me, and my friends liked her. Our families were the same. My mother became a little obsessed with having a grandchildren, and I had to beg her to stop asking Chelsea about her cycle, but none of them knew about our secret life, the jobs we did together when everyone went home. It was just us. It was just for us, and it was exciting, the secret hobby we shared. The first call from OEM came on a quiet Friday. Chelsea was at her job as a barista, and I was at home getting some cleaning done before having lunch with my parents, like an old person. I was used to getting calls that didn't have identification considering all my side jobs, so I didn't bat an eye at the no caller ID screen. What was different, however, was the automated message that played as soon as I picked up the call. This call may be recorded for quality assurance and training purposes. Please state your first and last name and your date of birth. I frowned, tossing the rag that I'd been cleaning the stove with onto the kitchen counter. Julian Rains, May 14th, 1999. There was a silence, then a beep. Then a man spoke, not automated this time. Hello, Mr. Rains. I've been informed you might be looking for a job. Chelsea got home. When Chelsea got home, I was waiting for her on the couch. She came up behind me, she cupped my face in her hands and kissed the top of my forehead. Hey, babe. Hey, babe, I said with excitement out of my voice. How was work? Exhausting. She slumped onto the back of the couch, smushing the cushions. But I got this crazy voicemail. The facility was in what looked from the outside like a dilapidated warehouse. The man who picked us up in a long black car was very quiet, answering our questions in single word responses and keeping his eyes on the road. Chelsea and I kept giving each other small glances, squeezing each other's hands the entire way there. A man greeted us at the door, opening up. Sorry, I need to copy and paste this into a document really quick and change the font, because the Reddit default font is not, like, it's all blurring together in a way that is making this painful to read for me. Comic Sans, that's what I'm going for. Cause like, it was good at first, but the longer I'm staring at it, like the thin letters are just like, against the white background, are fading together. Let me just go to Google Drive. I don't know if you guys heard me start like stuttering and backtracking there. That shit was Google Doc. Get that shit on Comic Sans. Dark mode? Dark mode honestly would probably help too. Comic Sans, and there we go. Nice and readable now. It's a missive and readable. A man greeted us at the car door, opening it for us with a smile. He was tall and thin, and he wore a crisp suit with a... Hey, thank you for the follow. Perfect. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a good time. I mean, I guess obviously if you followed, but thank you. He was tall and thin. He wore a crisp suit with his dark hair slicked back. Actually, can I? Oh, I'll figure it out later. Let's get through this one. He was tall and thin, and he wore a crisp suit with his dark hair slicked back, not a strand askew. Mr. and Mrs. Rains, I presume? Chelsea looked down shyly. I was surprised. She was never shy, but this situation definitely felt more professional than what we're used to. We aren't married. Oh, I'm sorry. The man tapped his forehead with the palm of his hand good-naturedly. I'm so sorry, Miss Sutherland. Miss Sutherland, of course. He reached out to shake her hand, and then mine, eager. My name is Malcolm Kessler. You can just call me Kessler. Would you like to know what you're doing here? We let Kessler lead us into the building. On the inside, it looked far less rundown. We are greeted with the long white hallways and bustling professionals holding coffees and clipboards, wearing matching white lab coats. Is this like a hospital? Chelsea asked, gazing around in awe. I took her hand again. She gave it a squeeze. No, not a hospital. Although there are medical professionals here, and we do certainly have access to those kinds of tools, he offered with a sly grin. We entered a room with a metal table and 4 chairs. Not much else. A woman with her hair tied up in a tight bun came in, placed a stack of papers on the table, and scurried away. Kessler gestured for us to take a seat. This, he said slowly, looking from me to Chelsea and back again. This is OEM. Do you know what that stands for? He waited for us to shake our heads before continuing. This is the Office of Enhanced Methods. I blinked at him, the white fluorescent lights making my eyes burn. What does that mean? I'm glad you asked. Kessler leaned back in his seat, folding his hands on his lap. Essentially, here at OEM, we test torture methods. See what works, see what doesn't. See what we need to change or scale back, you know? I could feel Chelsea looking at me. I looked back. I couldn't quite read her expression, but somehow I still got the gist. Is this, a government project? She asked, her eyes still locked onto mine, and brows furrowing. Kessler chuckled. You could say that. So, why do you need us? I asked, even though I felt I might know the answer, finally looking away from my girlfriend and back at the man in front of us. Kessler sighed, leaning forward again, resting his elbows on the table. He had quite a sharp face, but it managed to feel charming and welcoming, purely from his expression. I wondered if he'd practiced that. I'll level with you, he said, quieter than before. We need volunteers, but finding volunteers for something like this is difficult. That's why we are looking for people like you. People who are interested in doing odd jobs like this one, and we're offering a large amount of compensation. I pressed my lips together, searching his face for any sign of deception or exaggeration. I found none. I glanced back at Chelsea, who was looking at the sack of paperwork. How much compensation? I finally asked, when it became clear that no one else was going to say it. I expected Kessler to laugh. He didn't. Are you two looking to get married? I felt the room heat up. Truthfully, I bought the ring a month ago. I was just waiting for the right time, and the right time when we could properly plan for a wedding without the stress of becoming bankrupt for it. Yes, I mean, eventually. Have you seen how much those venues cost these days? Kessler raised his eyebrows sympathetically, leaning closer. Not to mention a honeymoon. Are you looking to have kids, start a family, send those kids to college, grow old and retire? The man actually reached out, took my hand in one of his and Chelsea's in the other. I felt like the air in the room was being sucked out of it. I'm going to be honest with you two. I'm not going to mince my words. It's tough right now. I could make it so that you never have to worry about money ever again. He left us in the room to talk alone, and I could have sworn I heard a lock click behind him. But, to be fair, I was pretty jumpy by that point. Chelsea and I sat in silence for a moment. This is a lot, she muttered, running her hands through her hair. This place is crazy. I reached over to flip through the paperwork, chewing on my bottom lip. I saw words like non-disclosure agreement, liability, medical care. I put the paperwork back down and I took her hand over. It's a lot of money. He seemed serious. Wouldn't we be considered, like, war criminals if we took part of this? She laughed, but I could tell she was anxious. I shrugged slowly. She rubbed at her face with her free hand, a nervous habit of hers. I reached over and tucked some of her hair behind her ear, smiling, and she looked back apprehensively. There was something neither of us wanted to say. There was something that neither of us were saying. Something neither of us wanted to point out. How bad was the job to offer that amount of compensation? Still, there was a buzz between us. This is what we did. We signed up for strange things, for the experience. Chelsea lived for things like this. I think I knew the second we got there that she would end up wanting to do it. When Kessler came back, I stood up, pushing my chair back and wiping my sweaty hands on my jeans. What kind of torture are we talking about? His smile was wide. I can show you, if you'd like. He explained as he led us back to the hall, guiding us to a different room that was essentially the exact same as the one we'd been in, but with more cameras mounted on the walls and with different chairs. I winced a little when I saw the wrist and ankle restraints attached to the sterile metal frame. Everything we do here stays within these walls, he told us, gesturing for us to take a seat. Chelsea and I shared a look, then obeyed. Communication-wise, but also physically. We will do nothing to permanently damage you, and we have medical staff on site for any treatment you may need. Alright. Chat, before we continue, how much money to be tortured? Like, let's... I think... depending for like an hour of torture, a PS5 would do it for me? No! No, you gotta up those numbers for an hour of torture? Like, I would do an hour of light torture for a PS5. But... I guess if it was like... getting your fingernails ripped off. All 5, or all 10 of your fingernails ripped off, I think I would... $10,000? $1,000 per piggy? Oh, does that feel low? That... I don't know, that fucking... I'm almost getting squeamish thinking about it. Sorry, that's like the most, like, mundane, painful torture I could think of. That's, like, not permanently scarring. I think the lowest I would go would be $1,000. All my fingers and all my fingernails. A PS5, you gotta shoot higher. I promise. All right. Let's see what kind of torture these guys are talking about, and then I'll revise my answer on what they define as torture. Getting hot coals and glass for an hour would be 40,000 for me. Oh, I didn't even think about that. God, fuck. Like laying on hot coals for an hour? I have a really low heat tolerance. So, hot coals, man, I might have to go higher. Oh, but 40,000 is a lot. Hot coals and glass. I'm also kind of a bitch. That's the other thing is I'm also kind of a little bitch. So, oh man. Laying on hot coals, rubbing my hand. Man. I think I think I'd take the hot coals over broken glass. Oh, your hand is not. Oh man, that. Yeah, at that point you're just money farming. But still though, laying on hot coals, fuck. Nerve damage, yeah, that'll do it. $40,000 to lay on hot coals. How hot are we talking? For an hour. Cause like, give me a temperature. Anything over 130, like after a fire, they're still red. For an hour. I guess, would it be humid? Because if it was sheer heat, I think I would be okay. But if it was like in a sauna at like cooking alive at like 150 degrees, I could do that for an hour actually. I've had to work in like 110 real feel heat for over an hour in like a hot humid heat. I could do that for 40,000 easy actually. I'm gonna crank. I think I'd do it for 10,000. Yeah, I could do that for 10,000. Because I'm thinking about it, I have to go through the ringer on like I do not work in a weather tampered, like, what's the word for it? Weather-controlled environment. So, man, it would suck, though. But after a while, you kind of get used to it, and you kind of get in that zen. But if it started getting humid, I think I would go insane. I would probably, like, be on the brink of losing my mind if it was, like, really, really humid, like a sauna. And then the hour would be up, and I would collect my money and never do it again. But, alright. Let's see what kind of torture these guys get through, and then I'll adjust my answer accordingly. As if on cue, a man in a lab coat bustles into the room, pushing a cart. He begins strapping down our wrists, leaving our legs unrestrained. Everything is voluntary, Kessler says. Nothing will happen to you without your explicit consent. Although we may need to withhold some details in order to get the most accurate read on your reaction. You can leave or discontinue your contracts at any time. The man in the lab coat started putting on medical gloves. I swallowed hard. What is he gonna do? Kessler nodded at the man who produced a syringe from his cart, examining the needle carefully, and then picking up a little glass bottle to draw from. This is just... let's call it a sample. This is something we've been working on for a while. It has already been tested many times with a high success rate. I wonder what the success rate was in this context. A large sum of pain? The right amount of screaming? Usually, we'd probably hook you up to various brainwave sensors. But we'll start light today. The doctor... was he a doctor? The doctor... was he a doctor? Approached Chelsea, who anxiously squirmed. He wiped at her arm with an alcohol swab, and began feeling around for a good vein. I watched her, trying to look for encouragement when her eyes met mine. This is sort of liquid electrocution, per se. Before either of us could reply to that, the doctor was inserting the needle into Chelsea's arm and pushing down the plunger. Hold on! I thought she was supposed to give consent! I watched her body seize up, her eyes going wide and glassy. She was perfectly still for a moment, save for her mouth falling open, her entire face slack. And then she began to twitch and spasm, her limbs jerking with no control. She was screaming, a gurgle, horrifying sound, and I was struck with panic. And I was so distracted I barely felt the needle sliding into my own arm. And then it felt like I was being set on fire. We didn't go back to that place for a couple of months. Kessler told us to take our time to think about it, and he handed us a tall stack of dollar bills. The feeling of money almost bulging out of my pocket almost made up for the pain. Bullet ants are a common form of strength testing in South America, but because a tribe gives you gloves... Oh! I've seen that! They hurt like hell because the poison hurts like electricity and acid. Yeah, I've seen that. It's like a rite of passage. They just give you gloves full of fucking bullet ants, and you have to sit there with them on your hands for like an hour. Fuck that. No, thank you. I'm a little bitch. He had told the truth. It didn't last. It felt like the effects of the injection lasted an hour, but we were told it had only been a few minutes before it wore off. I was expected to be weak leaving the facility. I expected to be weak. That would be perfect in this creepypasta? Yeah, it would. I expected to be weak leaving the facility, and prepared myself to be embarrassed to handle it worse than my girlfriend did, but the feeling faded fast. In fact, I almost felt more alive. We were given a brief interview where a younger man scribbled extensive notes, and then we were free to go. The first thing Chelsea said to me when we got outside was, "What a rush!" Still, we waited a while. It felt like a next step in our odd jobs hobby to make things a little regular. To make this a regular thing. Like, something a little bit depraved. It was dystopian. It was strange and scary. Even though the sensation was gone, I could vividly remember what the injection had done. How it had torn through my veins. How I'd wondered if I was dying. And that was supposed to be a sample. But eventually, neither of us could stay away. The money was good. Beyond good. At first, we kept it a secret from each other. As if we were doing something bad. She would head off to work, and I would drive to the warehouse. They would inject me, feed me things that made me sick, toss me around, beat me, and I would drive home, still reeling and sore. Chelsea started acting strange, staying up after I went to bed, but I couldn't exactly call her out on it, because I was being strange too. Neither of us wanted to put any pressure on the other, I guess, and I don't think either of us liked the idea of the other getting tortured. It was all but confirmed in my mind that we were both doing the same thing when I caught her coming through the front door at almost 3 a.m., rubbing her temples like she had a horrible migraine. I was sitting on the couch reading a book, waiting for her. She stopped cold, her eyes going wide. I couldn't help but chuckle. Cheating on me? I asked. She laughed, plopping down next to me on the couch. Not exactly. I pulled her to me, and she rested her head on my shoulder. Let's just do it together, okay? From now on, let's just go together. Yeah, okay, hold on. They did it together the first time. This is the kind of thing you would want some aftercare for. Guys! The icky leaf plant would be the ultimate torture. Would be hell. What's the icky leaf plant? Icky leaf plant refers to sticky weed gum. Leaves a sour taste. Ugh. Anyway, these people, they should be doing it together. This is like Aftercare 101. They shouldn't be, like... Let your partner know, hey honey, I'm going to get tortured tonight. I might come back and, you know, be fucked up in the head for a day or two. But here's $10,000, like... Anyway, communication is key, especially when you're being tortured. It's a poisonous plant in Australia that can leave silicone needles in the flesh that injects you with a crap ton of poison for months. Ah, fuck that. Yeah, I think I'm good. I think I'll pass on a month of poison plant. Anyway, I waited for an answer, but after a minute, all I got was a snort. We went together next weekend. Kessler greeted us, patting each of us on our backs cheerfully. Great to see you two together again. The work you both have been doing here is just fantastic. Chelsea and I eyed each other, and she gave me a little pinch on the arm, and I grinned at her. I have something different for you two today, now that you're here together, if you're up for it. My smile faded a little bit, twisting to mild concern. I licked my lips. Different how? He waved me off, guiding us into one of the rooms. The same chairs greeted us, their cuffs and with the cuffs and restraints. A doctor was already inside, toying with some kind of strap. It looked like a headband. One guy actually accidentally used it as toilet paper, and let's say it was really bad. Ugh, God. Poison shits for months. We'd like to try something more psychological than you're used to. I stopped in my tracks. Kessler and Chelsea both turned to face me, their eyebrows raised in sync. That's not a good sign. I think our guy here, Julian, might be a little out of odd man out right now. Psychological torture? I was getting vivid images in my head. All these psychological horror movies I'd ever seen rushing back at me. Physical pain was one thing, but sanity was delicate. Something that that shouldn't be played with. Kessler approached me, placing his hands on each of my shoulders and offered me a reassuring smile. Think about it, Mr. Rains, he said, his voice kind. It'll be a brief test. It'll last about 30 seconds. Like I've said, nothing will leave this facility, and we have professionals to assess your mental state directly afterwards. 30 seconds for enough money to buy a used car. This is a good idea. You're very pleasant to listen to. Thank you. I hope my voices are distinct enough. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Remember to hydrate, gamers. I worried my lips together. The fear... Oh, shit. Hold on. I need to make sure that we don't accidentally, Okay, cool. Pre-rolls are off for another 10 minutes. I want to keep an eye on that timer because I don't want you guys to randomly get smacked by advertisements when you're trying to listen to the stream. So we have another 10 minutes on that, and then we'll take a very brief break, and then we'll get back to it. I think we're about 2/3 of the way through this one. Anyway, yeah, this is not looking good for our hero. I've said nothing will leave this facility, and we have professionals to assess your mental state directly afterwards. 30 seconds for enough money to buy a used car. I worried my lips together, the fear I'd had in the past creeping back in. If it wasn't dangerous, why was it worth so much? Worth more than we'd be paid for anything before? Come on, Jules. Chelsea smiled at me from behind him. She didn't look afraid, and it soothed me a little. We'll do it together. I nodded reluctantly, almost as soon as my chin raised to do so. The doctor was slipping the headband on, 2 metal plates digging into my forehead. I felt my muscles tense up. We took our seats, and Chelsea reached over to grab my hand. They didn't strap us down this time, which I hardly thought about until after it was too late. The doctor put Chelsea's headband on too, and she made a face at me, which made me bite back a laugh. Ready? Kessler, ready? Kessler asked. Then he nodded at the doctor, who pressed something on a keyboard, and Julie started to scream. And, Julie? I thought we're Julie. And I started screaming. The second he touched the thing, she was screaming. Oh, okay. Chelsea started to scream. The second he touched the thing, she was screaming. It wasn't like any scream I'd heard before. Not like the one from the first time we'd been here. Not in any horror movie. Certainly never in real life. It felt like my eardrums were bursting, and it only grew louder and more shrill. It was desperate. It was beyond torture, beyond pain, beyond anything a human could possibly endure. I imagined hell. I imagined the souls being dragged from damnation. Might sound better than that scream. It wasn't even religious. She squeezed my hand, and I felt my bones cracking. Chelsea! Chelsea! I rocketed out of my seat, trying to shake her, trying to ignore the searing pain. She wouldn't let it go of my hand. She couldn't. Her eyes wide open and dead, looking right at me, but seeing nothing. Not seeing anything. Still, tears streamed from them, more tears than I'd ever seen from anyone cry. I whimpered back around, the doctor typing urgently at his computer, and Kessler was staring, his hands out, his eyes moving rapidly back and forth like he was in shock. Jesus Christ! Do something! Fucking do something! Chelsea was gasping now, a ragged sound that bounced around in my head. It felt like I could hear nothing but that horrible wet gasp, just dead air, her throat clawing for breath, drool seeping from her mouth, down her chin. Finally, I ripped the headband off her. Instantly, she went slack, letting go of my hand. The room went silent. Then, Kessler muttered something. to the other man, and the doctor rushed out. Chelsea! Chelsea! Baby! Are you okay? I kneeled in front of her, rubbing her knee. She wouldn't look at me. She wouldn't move. For a second, I wondered if she was dead. Please, answer me. Right when I was about to check her pulse, her head turned. She wasn't screaming anymore. Her eyes were just as dead as they had been before before they met mine. They didn't even look like her eyes anymore. She opened her mouth, and out of it came a horrible whispery sound, like she'd forgotten how to use her tongue. I leaned in closer, trying to smile at her weakly. What is it, honey? Please, she gasped. No more. I felt hot. I felt like I had a horrible fever. I reached up and touched her wet face. It's over, baby. No more. It's over. She stared back at me. It was, if you could call it that, she wasn't in her body anymore. This was something else. She twitched. Just kill me. I turned back at Kessler. He looked just as shocked as I did, anxiously adjusting his tie. For a long moment, we met eyes, and I knew what he was thinking. Something had gone horribly, unbelievably wrong here, and he didn't know how to fix it. The next few hours were a horrible blur. I remember doctors rushing in while wheeling Chelsea out of the room, despite the pleas to know what was going on, to let me go with them. I sat alone in the sterile room, her screams echoing around in my head. I cried. I begged the cameras in the corners of the room. I banged my head against the table, and someone came in and bandaged my broken hand, and no one would tell me anything. Alright. This is a very good place to pause for a second. God, we're getting into the thick of it. I need to... Twitch is gonna run ads whether I like it or not, so we're gonna take a quick second. I'm gonna run ads for 3 minutes. Grab a quick snack, get a little water, get your popcorn ready, and we're gonna continue this in just a moment. I'm at the edge of my seat. This is good. Alright, be right back. Don't go anywhere. I leave you with a spooky organ. Hello. Hello. Oh, perfect timing. I came back just as the ad ended. Awesome. Sorry, I need to screenshot something. Why does she look like that? Is it? There it is. Anyway, welcome back. I say to myself, That wasn't what I wanted. Give me 2 seconds to... I'm doing a thing. Okay. Alright, let's get back to it. God, this is getting good. I was not expecting, oh man. I hope that you're enjoying the reading. I know I'm having fun. So we're gonna pick back up. It felt like days that I was in there. Honestly, it could have been. When the door finally opened again and Kessler stepped through it, I couldn't even feel relieved. I just felt broken. Where is she? I croaked, raising my head. Is she okay? He said nothing. Just sat down in front of me. He was back to business. The horrified expression I'd last seen him have completely wiped away, although I could have sworn his face was a little pale. He took out an envelope from his pocket and placed it on the metal table between us. Miss Sutherland is right outside. She's unharmed and feeling fine. I choked out a sob. I couldn't help it. I hit my face in my hands. Kessler cleared his throat and continued. You are to take this envelope. Inside is a check for $700,000. Jesus! One of our drivers is going to take you to the emergency room where you will have your hand properly treated. Any further medical bills will be completely covered by us. You are to do this, then go home and never return here. Do you understand? I looked up at him, and I nodded. I was angry. I wanted to yell, demand answers, threaten to sue, but I was far too exhausted for any of that. I just wanted to see Chelsea. I just wanted to go home. Kessler nodded, his mouth pressed in a thin line. We at OEM are terribly ashamed about what took place today. Please accept our deepest condolences. Something about that rubbed me the wrong way. Made my skin prick. But my mind was numb. I just nodded again, taking the envelope and shoving it in my pocket. Chelsea was just outside like he'd said, and she smiled when she saw me. I gathered her in my arms and squeezed her, breathing in her scent, in the scent of her hair, kissing her in the side of the neck. Thank God you're okay. Hey, don't cry. She pulled back, kissed my cheek, and wiped away my tears. I'm more than okay, baby. What a rush! A laugh burst out from me like an uncontrollable cough. You're a psychopath! You like it. As promised, we were taken to the hospital, where I was put in a cast. My hand was broken in 3 different places. As Chelsea sat with me while they examined it, a horrible, anxious feeling crept over me. When I looked at her, all she did was smile. I couldn't sleep at night. I stared at the ceiling, white spots drifting across my vision, my hand throbbing dully on my chest. Chelsea's back pressed against the side of my arm was the only thing that made me feel any calmer. I turned to look at her at the back of her hand, chewing on my lip. The room felt too quiet. The dark after spending so long in the room felt too quiet. Too dark. After spending so long in that bright, sterile room, I was restless. Chelsea? I whispered. Are you awake? She said nothing. She wasn't snoring, but I swore I could hear her heart beating. Ka-thump, ka-thump, ka-thump. I sighed. What did you feel when it was happening? I knew she wouldn't respond, but I asked anyways. I needed to know. I needed to talk, even if it was just to myself. Ka-thump, ka-thump. I felt her shift a little, her back moving with each of her breaths. Her heartbeat began to speed up. Only then did I begin to wonder why I could hear it at all, and so loud. I sat up a little on my elbows. I stroked her hair. Hey, baby. Are you okay? No answer. Ka-thump, ka-thump, ka-thump. Suddenly, I had that feeling. I had the feeling children get at night when they become positive there's someone in the closet or just outside the bedroom door, someone they don't know. Panic raced through me, and whether it was rational or not, I had to see her face. I had to be sure she was alive, and she was herself, and she was real. I reached over to her arm, rolling her towards me. Chelsea's eyes were open, wide open, bloodshot. My heart jumped into my throat when I realized it hadn't been her heartbeat that I'd been hearing. It'd been her gasping for air. Her throat closing and opening again rapidly, swallowing and heaving dryly in the dark like an animal about to throw up. Ka-thunk, ka-thunk, ka-thunk. I shook her awake, stirring straight in bed. She gasped, blinking at me sleepily, rubbing her eyes. Julian? Her voice was raspy, tired and dry, but otherwise normal. I flickered on the bedside lamp, breathing hard. Babe? What's wrong? I shook my head. I couldn't look at her. I couldn't breathe. I felt her arms wrap around me, shushing me gently and stroking my hair. You were... Shh. It's okay. It's okay now, Jules. I'm okay. It's just a bad dream. But it wasn't a dream. I knew it wasn't. After that, my girlfriend was different. She wasn't herself. I tried to go back to normal. She certainly tried to, too. She went to work like before, she saw her friends, watched television with me on the couch, but it didn't feel like she was really there anymore. She didn't sleep much at all, and when she did, it was strange and restless. I more than once caught her sleeping with her eyes wide open, just like that first night. Once I asked her what her dreams had been like recently, and she hesitated before telling me. You know how when meat is fresh and the muscles are still alive, so they move and squirm even though the animal is dead? She smiled and ruffled my hair. That's what the back of my eyelids look like. The worst part was how normal she pretended to be. How fine she told me she felt, how she kissed me like always, how she tried to joke, but it never came out quite right. I reached my limit one night, a month later when I got home, after having a drink with some friends. The house was completely dark, completely still, completely silent. The second I opened the door, I felt it. The unexplainable terror, like there was a man in the closet. Knock knock, hello! Welcome! We're having scary story time. It didn't feel right there. Nothing... Ah, we're getting rated! Yeah, let's go! Welcome to Creepypasta Read It. Oh god, you came just at the end.
Nice.
Thank you for the follow, Nilly and the Wendigo. Welcome! Welcome, Ringwraith Blaze Riser! Yeah, Raiders, let's go! Let's go! welcome number 8 salesman. Thank you. I will reread this. Hey, thank you for the biddies. Thank you. I appreciate that, you guys. Woo! Let's go! Thank you for the bits too and the raids. God damn. Oh man. Welcome on in, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful night, and I hope you had a great stream. FNV go burr. Oh man, what were you playing? I will reread this segment so that you guys can get caught up. Bully chat. Oh god. I forgot I had that. No, I'm not human. Nice. This game's been. Once we're done creepypasta reading, I'm gonna. Oh god, it's getting late. I might just end up only creepypasta reading. Hell yes. Hey, get out of here! Yo, you beat me to it. That bot thought he was part of the gang. Blue thought he was part of the raid crew. You saw that? He snuck in. I got a bully chat and I got a praise chat. Hold on. I wasn't ready. I how do I bully chat? God, snipe that ish. Yeah, you fucking took him out. Stab. You see, usually when I've got like bully, the other times I've had bully chat, I think I've been in VR, and usually I just punch the camera. So what if I just should I get big and head bonk? Chat bully back. Oh god, imagine being a chatter. Giving, hold on. How do I get big? Go to Warudo and find a punch. Yeah, you're right. There should be a punch animation for this. Do I not? Is it character, animation? Bro can't bully, imagine? Listen! I can, I just don't have that in my heart right now. Hydrate twice. I can bully chat. Just you wait. There's gotta be a punch in here somewhere. Oh my god, you guys are gonna make me chug! Oh my god, okay, I'm chugging. Jesus fucking Christ, chat's bullying me now. God damn it! Where's the punch animation? Search PU. They're all labeled like weird shit. Sitting and laying. There's dances. Oh god. Okay, I got squats. Hold on. 10 squats. It's squat temper is over, but I will still we'll do squat-tober. Sorry. I just hurt my fucking wrist so bad. I went to stand and I bent. I have a cyst on my wrist that comes back every once in a while, and I just fucking popped it and it hurts like a motherfucker. Anyway, oh god, I'm being tortured by chat. Remember earlier I said how much money would I accept to be tortured by chat, or to be tortured, and apparently it's cysts suck. Yeah, it's mid-air. This gotta be combat animations. Here we go. Bare hands. What was that? What was that? Do I want free camera? Why am I looking up like that? That's not the one I want. Hold on. Is it wide camera? Is it main camera? I'm gonna fucking me when I fucking bitch slap chat. Do you like that, chat? Huh? You like when I smack you upside the face? That's right. You sent me biddies, and I'm just beating you up. Yeah, that's right. You're some kind of masochist, huh? Is this what you want? Yeah. I bet you like that, don't you? Is this what you wanted when you wanted bully chat? Alright, where's the animations? This is someone's kink, let's be honest. You're right, I gotta... You're welcome. Alright, let's turn that off. Default. Back to normal. They want me to crush... Yeah! Oh! You weren't supposed to see that. There you go, you're welcome. Bullying chat. They want me, yeah, I also get chatters. I also get people being like, crush me with your thighs, please. Alright, so that was bullying. Your days are numbered. It's only a matter of time. I would like to try and do a stream where I get my full like 3D tracking and crush objects with my thighs. It ain't my fault your message for when you go live on Twitch for mobile is come hear you moan. Oh my god. Outed red for filth. Anyway, time to praise chat. Hey chat. You all are doing great today. Thank you all for coming today, and I really appreciate it. You know, you're all so wonderful and beautiful, and you've really put a smile on my face. So, thank you, chat. Y'all are the best. I have some of the best chatters I could ever ask for, and I do mean that from the bottom of my heart. So thank you, chat. You've all been so wonderful and polite tonight. Do I have a head pat animation? Or should I be like, good boy? Who's a good chat? Uh-oh. Listen, the bully redeem was somebody bully redeem, and then Lil Sav Hog redeemed praise chat. So I have to honor both. This is the duality of stream. Perfectly balanced. I bully and I praise. Also, this is crashing? I can't, I did chug a lot of water because y'all did, water redeems. I'm gonna go eat now. Have a good rest of your stream. Good night! I promise, I solemnly swear I will take care of your chat, the chatters you've left behind, and I won't bully them too hard, unless they ask for it. They're in relatively good hands. Abuse them hard? Okay, you heard it! Oh, I had to restart Warudo. Alright, you heard the boss. It looks like I gotta abuse you. I'm sorry. Yeah, enjoy your food! I'll be back in— oh! Blinded! I've turned myself into a white box! Woo! That was me. That was lightning. That was the lightning of Luca lightning. I caused that. Is it free cam? Main cam? I want main cam. Blinded by science. Got sent to— yeah. Get fucking blasted. Lightning blast. Let me find Alright. So we've got our praises. Wait, shit! I have to do the squats! Don't go yet! You have to see the squats! Do we want corner? No, free cam? Wide cam? Alright, we got the squat redeems in. Alright, here we go. It's squat temper is over, but it's still we're in squat-tober now, baby. That's 20% more squats per redeem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. You're welcome. Sorry. Why is that? I moved so far forward. Well, okay, listen. People redeemed the squat redeem. You're welcome. You like that? All right. Looney Tunes. What do you mean, Looney Tunes? No bitches? Alright. Oh, fuck, my wrist hurts. Sorry. Not to derail. Let's get back to... We're gonna lock in, gamers. We have to read our spooky spaghetti before we run out of time. Man, you didn't call me out for that, man. Hurtful. I'm sorry. I apologize. Alright, so where we were... Oh, hold on. I need to... Jingle jangle. Jingle jingle! I need to recalibrate. Stare forward, stare forward. Okay. Cool. So, in our story so far, the title of the story is My Girlfriend and I Get Tortured for a Living, and something went seriously wrong during her last session, and now she's different. It's about a story about Julius and Chelsea, who do Craigslist jobs, like odd jobs at Craigslist for money, and they got a job that was basically getting tortured for money at a facility. And after they spent a little bit of time getting tortured individually, they went together to where the doctor placed a headband on Chelsea's head that completely fucking fried her brain and put her through agonizing pain. And since then, she hasn't been quite the same. I'll go back like a page or so. Just let's see. We'll go back a page. Just to recap, because I want to remember where I am too. I couldn't sleep that night. I stared at the ceiling, white spots drifting across my vision. My hand, yeah, a little bit. My hand throbbing dully on my chest. Chelsea's back pressed against the side of my arm was the only thing that made me feel any calmer. I turned to look at the back of her hand, chewing on my lip. The room felt too quiet, too dark. After spending so long in that bright, sterile room, I was restless. Chelsea? I whispered, "Are you awake?" She said nothing. She wasn't snoring, but I swore I could hear her heart beating. Ka-thump, ka-thump, ka-thump. I sighed. What did you feel when it was happening? I knew she wouldn't respond, but I asked anyways. I needed to talk, even if it was just to myself. Ka-thump, ka-thump. I felt her shift a little, her back moving with each of her breaths. Her heartbeat began to speed up. Only then did I begin to wonder why I could hear it at all, and so loud. I sat up a little, leaning on my elbows. I stroked her hair. Hey, baby? Are you okay? No answer. Ka-thunk, ka-thunk, ka-thunk. Suddenly, I had that feeling. I had that feeling children get at night, when they become positive there's someone in the closet or just outside the bedroom door. Someone they don't know. Panic raced through me, and whether it was rational or not, I had to see her face. I had to be sure she was alive, and that she was herself, and that she was real. I reached over and took her arm, rolling her towards me. Chelsea's eyes were wide open, bloodshot, and my heart jumped into my throat. When I realized that it hadn't been her heartbeat that I'd been hearing, it had been her gasping for air, her throat closing and opening again rapidly, swallowing and heaving dryly in the dark like an animal about to throw up. I shook her awake, sitting up straight up in bed. She gasped, blinking at me almost sleepily, rubbing at her eyes. Julian? Her eyes were raspy, tired and dry, but otherwise normal. I flicked on the bedside table, breathing hard. Babe, what's wrong? I shook my head. I couldn't look at her. Couldn't breathe. I felt her arms wrap around me, shushing me gently and stroking my hair. You were... Shh. It's okay. It's okay now, Jules. I'm okay. Just a bad dream. But it wasn't a dream. I knew it wasn't. After that, my girlfriend was different. She wasn't herself. I tried to go back to normal, and she certainly tried to, too. She went to work like before, saw her friends, watched television with me on the couch, but it didn't feel like she was really there anymore. She didn't sleep much at all, and when she did, it was strange and restless. I, more than once, caught her sleeping with her eyes wide open, just like that first night. Once I asked her what her dreams had been like recently, and she hesitated before telling me. You know how that when meat is fresh and the muscles are still alive, so they move and squirm around even though the animal is dead? She smiled and ruffled my hair. That's what the backs of my eyelids look like. Just casually, let me pat your head. Yeah, my eyes are fucked. The worst part was how normal she pretended to be. How fine she told me she felt. How she kissed me like always, and how she tried to joke, but it never came out quite right. I reached my limit one night a month later when I got home after having a drink with some friends. The house was completely dark, completely silent, completely still. The second I opened the door, I felt it. The unexplainable terror. Like there was a man in the closet. It didn't feel right in there. Nothing felt like it was in the right place. Even though I knew it must have been everything. It must have been. Everything just felt wrong. Chelsea? I called out quietly, shrugging off my jacket, wet from the rain. Are you okay, honey? No answer. I went to go upstairs when I saw her. She was down our hallway, her head half poking out around the corner, only her eyes showing in the darkness, wide open, staring at me, but not seeing. She started to scream, and it was even worse to not be able to see her mouth. She screamed in short bursts like a panting dog, the blood-curdling sounds jolting out of her. Fight or flight kicked in, and I turned around and walked right back out the door, closing it behind me. I walked until I was across the street looking back at the house. She was in our bedroom window, the lights turned on, illuminating her silhouette. I watched her rear back and slam her head against the glass once, then again, something dark and liquid trickling down the frame. The paramedics had to tie her down from her thrashing, or from hurting herself. I watched them as they took her away, begging them to kill her. I tried to call OEM, but all I got was a message that the number had been disconnected. I drove back to where she was still in the hospital, but there was nothing left but an empty warehouse. I drove back there while she was still in the hospital, but there she was. Fuck! I drove back there while she was still in the hospital, but there was nothing left but an empty warehouse. When I picked her up, she was completely normal again, the proof of the episode being stitches on her forehead. It was that day, the day I picked her up, when I felt completely broken down and helpless, that I started to hear her voice. Honey? I looked over at my girlfriend, or what my girlfriend had become. She was staring out the window, smiling peacefully. What was that? What was that? She glanced at me, her smile widening. Nothing, Julian. I didn't say anything. I turned back to the road, convinced I was just losing my mind. I had to be. It would make sense. But then I heard it again. Julian? Open your eyes, honey. It's okay. Jesus Christ, Kessler! Would you take that thing off him? I think he's had enough! It's been weeks since then now. We're home. We're safe. Or at least that's what Chelsea says. I'm trying to believe her. I know it was in my head. I know it was just whatever that device did to me, but it felt so real when it happened. I'm terrified one day I'll wake up again in that room, and I don't think I did. I don't think if I did, I would bounce back so quickly. Sorry, I stuck in. Oh man, they were testing on him. Oh damn. And that's fucked. That was pretty good. That was a pretty good twist ending too. Man, so that was that was My Girlfriend and I Get Tortured for a Living. Yeah, and now he's the one that's got permanent fucked up. He's the one permanently fucked up in the head. I don't know. Part of me was like kind of wondering if the torture, like the psychological torture, was like they fucked her up and then they were gonna start like they deliberately fucked her up and then they were gonna test on him to see how he'd react to it. But that reminds me a lot of the Harvester ending. Yeah, honestly. Mm-hmm. And I have no mouth, but I must scream. I have no mouth. Oh, damn, that's on sale for $2 right now. That's I Have No Mouth and I Must Screams from October 31st, 1996. That's a classic. Phantasmagoria. Why do I feel like I've heard of that one? I've been wanting to play it because that one's like real. That one's a classic horror. It's like that's some real classic horror shit. Like old. Oh man, no spoilers. I'm definitely gotta play it. I know how the book ends. Cause I know, I think I vaguely had somebody run down how the book ended. But even then, I still would love to play the game. You should read the short story before you play the game. Is there a short story for I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream? The book is horrifically beautiful, but oh man. Oh, good. Oh man. Phantasmagoria. Why do I feel like I've heard of this one too? Oh my god, these are some old pulls! Alright. Should I do a... How long is the book? I Have No Mouth. Oh, it's only 14 pages? Absolutely, I'll read this. Hell yeah! Okay, I thought it was like a whole chapter book. That's only 14 pages. I could read that in a sitting. I mean, what I just read was like 20 pages. One book I stay away from is The Slob. What's that one about? Man, Phantasmagoria. I feel like... I love these, like, old 1990s games that have, like, literal, like, real-life human acting. Yeah, FMV games. That's the word for it. FMV. Oh, man. They gotta be popping off on Twitch, right? I'm gonna... Oh! Woman getting tortured by a redneck slob. Alright! I'll stay away from that one, too. What was the other one? Ooh! Oh, there's another one that I want to play with you guys. I would love to show you. It's called, I think it's called, 5 Days a Stranger. That one I'm definitely gonna play. And maybe go through the rest of the, like, the Shizo mythos. There's a VR one called Dead of Night. Okay. Eclipsium? Yeah! I've been looking at Eclipsium. I high-key, I think I might get Eclipsium. Cause that's a pretty new one, right? Eclipsium. Yeah, Eclipsium is pretty new. Oh, man. Yeah, it's been out for a few weeks. Awesome. Should I screen share what I'm, like, Googling and stuff, or... Are you guys fine with me just yapping? I found Dead of Night, but this one is a... I don't think it's the game. You go with just yapping? Okay. Either or? Alright. I'll continue just yapping for this time.
No, not that way. Okay, good. I'm checking my...
Oh, that's Markiplier. Oh, at Dead of Night. Okay. Hydrate, thank you, actually. I needed that. At Dead of Night is part horror film, part horror game, part ghost hunt. It bends live-action graphics to create unique, immersive horror experiences like no other. God, I should make you guys play Enna Dream Barbecue with me. I've been meaning to, like, play through that, like, pick that game back up, because I played it for a few hours, and I feel like if I had to sit there and get tortured by the mind break of Enna Dream Barbecue, thank you for the hydrate, by the way, I should drag chat with me. It's so good. It's not scary, but it's definitely Dream Barbecue. Yeah, it's definitely weird. So, good for Halloween time, I'd say. Okay, at Dead of Night, I'm gonna Sorry, I'm hiccuping. At most psychological. It's if you're high. Yeah, it's like you're high but not high. Do you want me to make a list for you? Yeah, if you want to, absolutely. I'm gonna... Fun fact, apparently the creator was high when he made it. Don't quote me on that. You know, I could believe that. Markiplier, stop! Yeah, I mean, It's legal in my state. No, I shouldn't. Yeah, definitely gonna round up some games. Let's see, Dead of Night. What was the other one? I Have No Mouth. And I Must Scream. Put that here. Phantasmagoria. The best part about all these old games is they're like fucking dirt cheap. Oh, mouthwashing. Nah, so, I've already played mouthwashing. That was an let's see. Enna's top tier waifu fight me. I fucking love Enna. Yeah, they're insane. Let's see. I'm not gonna play mouthwashing because I've already played that on stream. Oh god, I have to play more Alien Isolation. Fuck. I need to message my cousin and get him to play more Alien Isolation with me. Fun fact about that game is I am terrified of xenomorphs. I'm not afraid of is Dark Souls of the scary game community. God, right? Oh man. Eclipsium. Ooh, I should probably finish. Was it Brainworm? What was it called? Heartworm. I should probably finish Heartworm sometime. My only problem with Heartworm is I kind of lost interest by the end of like my second or third stream because it felt like I was fighting with the Resident Evil stuff, like Resident Evil 2, like tank walking. Like I felt like I was trying to fight against the controls. Oh, I beat Buckshot Roulette. I'm pretty sure I beat it on my first try when I streamed it. Oh, the creator made another game? Let's check that out. Buckshot? I love Backshot Roulette. Split. Ooh, okay. A short psychological horror game where you attempt to gain root access into an unethical superstructure. This looks fun. You know, I could fuck with this. I'll put it on the list. Let's see. Oh, I need to play the Classrooms again. There's one where you're a guy fused to a car. That sounds interestingly funny. But I would like to play the Classrooms again. Twisted Metal, yeah, that's right. I was trying to think. Okay, when I was a kid, I played the shit out of Twisted Metal. We had Twisted Metal 4 for the PlayStation 1 at my grandma's house, and I would just go there when I'd go over, and I'd play it for hours. I was so mediocre at it because I was a kid. Let's see, Kyo sent me some other ones. Morph Girl. Morph Girl is an FMV game developed as an homage. Okay. Sweet Tooth, my goat. Oh man. I think my go-to was Posture Check. Thank you for the posture check. Oh man, what was the name of it? There was one that... It was a boss that you had to unlock. Twisted Metal for Bug Car. The Moon Buggy! Yeah. Yeah, you got it, you had to beat it in like the city level. That one was... Oh no, that and Calypso. I like playing the fire truck because you could just nuke the other side of the map. Axel, for the sole reason I thought it was cool. Isn't that guy just like a dude, like with his arms welded into cars? Okay, I put down what I've watched or had recommended so far. Okay, let's see. We're on the top. At the dead of night. I have no mouth, I must scream. Eclipsia, Morph Girl. Right. I was looking at that one. Let's go to Steam. Oh, they're all so fucking cheap. It's an FMV about loss, depression, and the supernatural. Okay. I could fuck with this. Alright. I like Morph Girl. That looks... I like these, like, abstract fucking horror games. Oh, it's Japanese horror, too. Sorry, I'm looking at the Steam page, and there's some naked girl crawling out of a tub with, like, really long hair. Oh, God. We got it on Twisted Metal because somebody said there's a horror game where there's a guy fuses a car. Funny little game called Dang It... I know about Dang It, Grandpa. Back in my day, we called it Dang It, Grandpa. The Bunker. What's this one? Point and click adventure activity. Filmed on location in a decommissioned government nuclear bunker. No way! It features a plot crafted by writers and designers behind titles like The Witcher, Soma, and Broken Sword. Oh, okay, that sounds good. Kyo, that's a good recommendation. The Bunker. You're John, born underground the days before... Underground the day the bombs fell. Now alone and trying to survive, when the alarm goes off, a catastrophic chain of events begins. Unlock the dark secrets of the past as you try to escape the bunker. Oh, this one looks fucking good. Oh, it's on sale for $2. I love the Steam October sale. Fuck, dog. Oh, we got a good lineup here. Okay. Also the Amnesia the Bunker. Let's look at Amnesia the Bunker. Is that a new one? I played The Dark Descent. Oh, it is pretty new. Oh, that guy just got ripped apart. First-person horror game set in a World War I bunker. A relentless AI-driven monster stalks you. Survival depends on finding tools, crafting items, and keeping the lights on. I was... for whatever reason, I always felt like I was really bad at the Amnesia games growing up. Like, I tried playing The Dark Descent so many times that I had a terrible... I just had a really bad go at it. Oh, I'm also gonna drag you guys... You guys are gonna have to play, Slender the Arrival with me. I wanna... Cause they, Ooh! That was fucked up. What was that little guy? If only you guys could see what I'm looking at. Hold on, let me do a screen share. Yeah. Probably. Wait, over top of everything. Capture. Is this working? No. No. Hold on. Oh, that would have been bad. Hold on. Sorry, I'm closing anything that might accidentally dox me before I go full screening. Close that. Close that. Move this over here. Awesome. Okay. Let's get display capture. There we go. Behold, the Steam library in all of its glory. There's me. And then I'll go to the corner. Behold. Alright. So, yeah, if we're planning a shopping, we should probably be able to see it too. Okay. Poggers! That's crazy! Sorry. What if I just start doing React content as if I'm like... Whoa, that's a lot of blood! Is he putting pee in that tank? Ew! This game isn't that hard? Okay, good. I'm good at video games, I should clarify. They locked me in. Oh, whoa, hold on. What were those little fuckers? I want to see that again. Oh! Oh, those are rats. Those are fun little rats. I'm letting you out of the rubber room. I should probably... Oh! Mr. Grabby Hands. Okay, so this one's a lot easier. Not that it would be a problem for me if it were difficult. Oh god, shit. Okay. Ads are about to fire off again. It's been an hour. I'm gonna run a minute only so that, pre-rolls don't smack you with 3. So I'm gonna run a minute of ads. I'm gonna go take a leak real quick. And then we'll get back to it, and then stream will go on for like another 20-30 minutes maybe, and then we'll call it a night. So let me just... Everybody go grab water. Actually, yeah, grab water, grab food, grab any animals and pet them and tell them you love them. I'll be back in 2 seconds. I swear to God. If anybody left, I'm gonna go up to Jeff Bezos' house and give him a sternly written letter. Hello again. Oh, posture check. Ugh. My back. Alright, I am running out of steam very fast. So this will be the hydrate, okay. Immediate hydration. Ugh. The hydration is now. Anyway, this looks like fun. I'll put it on the list. I guess I'm hydrating more. Additional hydration acquired. I'm running out of water in my cup. Hydration is now. Alright, oh, Silent Hill F. I really want to play Silent Hill F. Oh, is that an Ultra Kill reference? That one went over my head.
Enough already! Your father. Stop sugarcoating it! So cut the crap and apologize! To me! To Tuco!
Did you ever finish Ultra Kill? No.
For all the trouble you've caused us!
I got to...
I do quite envy her, though. I can't believe it was her. I have to say,
I think I got to...
why her of all people?
Ooh.
I see. For today only, this will be our little secret.
I killed V2. I think I got to Gabriel.
If it happens to
Or no, I got to Midas, and I think I just never beat him.
as your sister,
I know I killed Gabriel. Alright, I killed V2.
as well.
Or was it the second fight? I don't remember. I remember just throwing myself at a wall for like 7 fucking hours at a... Oh, alright. And then giving up because I got tired of it. Oh, I want to play this so bad. Whoa! Oh, okay. This right here, caused a this, like, photoshopping of holes in skins like this, caused a brand new phobia. What's the one? Trypophobia? Was a newly developed phobia that humanity didn't have up until recently. The fear of like multiple holes and whatnot. Yeah, trypnophobia was not a thing up until I think 2013, 2014. When a photoshopped image of a person's arm was going around Facebook, and it had like lotus pods photoshopped into it. And then after that picture went viral and like a bunch of people kept photoshopping shit like that, a new phobia had to be created by like psychiatrists and stuff, and people were getting diagnosed with it for the first time ever. Because of those images. So, fun fact, people photoshopping body horror created a brand new phobia. People did, that wasn't exactly a diagnosed thing up until very recently in human history. That's a lot of strawberry jam.
I didn't really like my mother either.
I want to play this. I love body horror. I'm a sick fuck. I love body horror because it makes me uncomfortable, but also it's just like, it's so fucked up. And I love seeing how like weird and grotesque they can get with it.
I better get going.
This is high on my list to play. I fucking love... I didn't play the other Silent Hills, so that will probably be on the list too, but I love Japanese horror. And this is hitting that edge. Alright, let's go back to the list. We have The Bunker, Night Trap, 25th Anniversary Edition. What is this one? 5 teenage girls spending a week at the Martin home. I hear Silent Hill 2 is really fucking good. The very first game you ever played was Silent Hill 2. This is so fucking 80s. This is 80s or 90s.
So, what's the first thing you think of?
And you were 6? Oh my god. Oh my god, this just looks fun. This looks so campy, I love it.
Control, we're going in.
You keep your eyes open.
Fuck it. I'll add that to my wish list. God, that kind of... Oh man, I love old ass horror movies. This looks like it'll be fun. What else do we got? Night Book.
You look perfect. How depressing.
Good evening, Cody. Ready when you are.
The God's Hand Archipelago boasts some of the most beautiful sights in the North Pacific Ocean. None more so than its largest island, Napus. However, despite this, there is very little development on the island, and no tourism.
Très sauvage et n'accueille que peu de touristes.
Two calls. Both need someone who can speak Kanar. This is interpreting, not translation. You don't have to be word perfect.
Outlast?
Nothing.
I am partway through Outlast. I would like to...
Come on, this is ridiculous. You need to come out.
I do need to finish Outlast.
What?
That language is dangerous, and so is that island.
I also want to,
Kinem opum palusi. Stop it! ITG, ITG, ITG.
They know more about hell than you ever did.
I need you to believe me.
You need to get some rest.
I'm curious to play this one because it says it was created in lockdown.
I can't get out.
And if it's a... I'm very curious to see how a film game in lockdown just plays out. I feel like this will be a... This is a very, like, COVID experience. Yeah, I'll put this on my wish list.
What the f?
That looks interesting. Because, like... It feels like a very unique experience that could only exist because of the way the world came out. But, yeah, I would like to play I need to finish Outlast. I think I'm, like... I got to the doctor, and he was chopping people up. And he was trying to chop me up. My problem with Outlast is I don't find it scary at all. Like... I don't find asylum horror to be very scary. Anytime the creature shows up though, like that actually, like, I want to know about the creature, but when it's just like people chasing me around and being like, "Ah, I'm so crazy!" And, like, I'm not that scared. Let's see, Split. Did we already look at Split? Oh, that's the one I put. Yeah, okay. Hand of Doom. What's this one?
Come forth, my servant.
Oh my god.
Become my apprentice. join the Black Order.
YouTube blocks people for even saying it? Good lord. What, are they trying to erase a period of history? This looks... That's stupid. I'll keep that in mind. I appreciate the heads up though. We shall now only call it the Rungus. This is... I was gonna say, man, they don't make the games like they used to, but this came out in 2023.
Begin your wizard training as my apprentice.
You upheld your end of the bargain. Now I uphold mine.
Alright. See, this is what I love about horror games and stuff, is people just get so, like, creatively weird with shit. And I love video games as, like, an art form, because that's the only way I could describe this at this point. Like... This is art. I fucking love video games. This is going Dread XP. Why do I feel like I've seen that? That's on the wish list. Oh, Heartworm! Okay. No wonder I recognize the publisher. I've been playing through Heartworm. Oh, they did Sucker for Love. Okay. Mortuary Assistant? Okay, that's another one I need to finish, get all the... I got the secret ending for Mortuary Assistant before I got any of the other ones. I need to finish that one out. Alright, what other games do we got? Dollmare? Okay. You've accepted a shady job at a doll factory. Inspected all... Is this an aider? This feels like an aider. Kyo, you know I love my aider games. That's what I need a good I need a good aider. Like Exit 8, Cabin Factory kind of game. Hey, I think that doll might be haunted. A fidget spinner. This is kind of creeping me out. Dolls don't upset me too much, but this is a little... looking at this is making me kind of uncomfortable. Mama. Alright, I can fuck with that. So, alright, that's our backlog for now. That's pretty good. Hold on, I'm gonna hide my screen really quick. Because I want to go look at the Steam store page, and depending on how far or where I scroll, it'll start showing shit that'll 1000% get me blasted off of Twitch. Because I am an adult, and Steam sells adult games. And the last thing I fucking need is to be like, yeah, let's go shopping for video games! And opening up Steam and just be like, here's some big ol' anime titties right on the screen. Blasted right onto Twitch for everybody. Alright, you have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. I'll probably be ending... Actually, oh god, it's late. You know, I think this is a good time to call stream. So... It's 2:40. Jesus Christ, where did the night go? How do I... Thank you all for coming. This is a lot of fun, actually. Main camera. I hope you enjoyed the creepypasta reading. I know I had a lot of fun with it too. We're gonna try and... I'm gonna try and... Good night! I'll definitely try and crack into some more, like, crazy or, like, obscure horror games and whatnot, and we'll see where the month takes us. I also have, I need to get with Liz and Joe, and Kyo about playing Escape the Back Rooms with me. So I'll round some people up, maybe even get some repo in there. There'll probably be some friend slop this month. We'll see where things go. I'm excited for October. This is the best month for streaming because I fucking love horror games. And we're pretty much gonna be only playing horror games. I know I should get back to Expedition 33, but I'll do that later. Unfortunately, I have other things that I want to chew on. So, I want to do creepypasta reading too. Maybe, I'll find some shorter creepypastas so I don't accidentally end up not wasting, but spending the whole 2 hours just reading instead of actually playing a game. Because, oops, I didn't play a game tonight. My bad! Anyway, I had a lot of fun, and I don't regret, I guess technically breaking Twitch TOS by not playing a game that I said I was gonna play. Oopsies! But, I'll see y'all next time. I don't know when I'm gonna try and be consistent. I've streamed at least once, maybe, I try and go once or twice a week. And it's usually, unfortunately, at godless hours of the night, because that's just when I am awake and free. We'll see what we can do, but thank you all for coming around, and I'll see you next time. With love and lightning, this is Luca, signing off. Bye-bye! Yeah, this was fun. This is a lot of fun. Oh, I'll read that.